Hello cutie pies, welcome back to another LostArk video, this time with the TLDR to the surprise letter to the community article that we got out of AGS and Smilegate, ? And here there's a lot of giga copium stuff, so let's get into it. First part here, they're like, hey, thanks for sticking around, thanks for dealing with a lot of issues, we're going to be better with communication, we're going to grow, improve, blah 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 blah, all that great stuff. And they mention here how there is going to be the 2023 part 2 roadmap next week, so April 25th I'm assuming. We'll be getting it then, which is the summer roadmap, so that's very exciting. First things first, they talk about the bots. Not too much to cover here, they're just saying, yeah, we dealt a lot with bots, we've been working, we've been learning. They did mention here that there is going to be future action based on both gold and materials from RNT participants, so more punishment there from the people buying instead of just the bots. Yeah, they won't share obviously what they're doing because, you know, they don't want the bot makers to know the countermeasures to countermeasure that. Some statistics here: 55 billion gold removed from the game, 99% of the bots reduced interacting with the economy, and if the fish prices, blue crystal prices, and just general economic standpoint of the game so far is to be taken as a reference point, I think these numbers are to be taken pretty seriously. Getting into the second part of the article here, they talk about how they are realizing how a lot of the new player progression can be unnecessary and boring and all of that, so they talked about a few things they're going to be doing and discussing with Smilegate. So the first one is low tier improvements. We have 4 early game tiers: tier 1 at 301, tier 2 802, tier 3 part 1, tier 3 part 2. And they even mention here it's overwhelming, unnecessary, so they're gonna integrate these 4 tiers into 2. And then they mention here Guardian first time clears and tower rewards will be enhanced. And what this enhancement will do is that you don't have to play each tier's content multiple times. I don't know what they're going to be doing there, but we'll see. Horizontal content improvements. So they're gonna make it easier for collecting runes, tripods, cards, gems, easier for everybody, because as you know, collecting all of these things really become realistic once you're higher up in the eye levels, when you really require them, right? Something I mentioned here is there's going to be more uncommon runes added to early progression period to help with the players acquire and use more runes more easily. The new card sets that I have made videos about, deep dive is 4 damage, you have a plan is for the support ones. They're gonna make it even easier to be getting these card sets. It's already not that hard to get them, but it's gonna be even easier, which is amazing to be honest. Then it won't just be like mid-tier card sets, now it's going to be early tier card sets, which is really great. All progression improvements, they didn't say too much about this. What they said here was what they already did, which is the silver honing system and how they reduced the honor shard costs in silver. And then they're just saying, looking forward, we're just gonna contemplate stuff to improve the engraving and gem setting difficulty for alts. But there's nothing there. They'll let us know when decided what they will develop, so this is kind of just in the talks, I guess, with Smilegate. Here they again talked about what they already did with the triport activation roster thing that they did. I already mentioned this in the previous video, the other TLDR. So this is nice. They talk about how knowledge transfer is inconvenient and it has problems. And they're saying to address these issues, we are working on elevating the restrictive conditions of knowledge transfer. Whoever doesn't know, knowledge transfer has restrictions 2 ways. You have an overall cap limit to how many you can do, and another alt needs to do the story for the continent you're skipping for the one you're trying to skip on to be able to do it. I believe Korea already or will get huge improvements to knowledge transfer, so we're probably going to get that very soon. And then here they talked about how battle items can be really annoying for new players. So for early tier Guardian raids, battle items are free, and you are also provided battle items for free. So using them in the raid itself is free, and you're also getting them for free. So that's nice. And then here they talk about player exhaustion. This has been a very hot topic the last few months, especially for us here in the Western part. So they talk about Argos. Basically, they're gonna make Argos's eye level way less than what it is right now. They're gonna aim to make Argos more early game oriented. they're gonna remove wipe mechanics from it, and they're going to just generally reduce the number of patterns in the raid, sorry. So yeah, so that new players can overcome these mechanics and patterns by using, battle items and reaching the relevant item levels. And everybody knows this in Argos. Argos is 1370, but if you're a group of 1370s doing Argos, you will suffer. You will be very, very, very severely punished. And then they mention here Smilegate has a research and development team. They're also looking into applying similar changes to everything mentioned here with Argos. To Vault and Vicus, the wipe mechanics won't be adjusted, but because they are designed to be top tier end game raids, but they'll be sharing more details when that happens. Then they mention here, everyone's talking about discontent with Chaos Dungeons, Guardian Raids, Una tasks, and they mention here how they're like so pivotal to the game, so it's really hard to go like, yeah, we're gonna reduce it. But they did say that Smilegate is undergoing internal research and development to discuss resolutions to the daily burnout. In the meantime, they here teased that the Ebony Cube, which is the Boss Rush Cube hybrid merge thing, is going to be coming to us here in May. And here, mostly what they mention here is how we have our own events, right? But there's also localization stuff, because Korea does have their own events. So all they said really is they're going to be integrating at a faster speed in general in these in-game events. And what we have right now are older events in Korea, which isn't ideal, but they're going to be trying to introduce more events applied simultaneously across the versions, which is really great. They already started with the April Fool's one, the one where you like fly, like you yeet yourself into the air and you look really funny. So they already did that, and they're hopefully going to be able to do that moving forward. And yeah, they mentioned some will be Western exclusive events, so that's really cool. And then to finalize this article here, looking forward, basically they're saying, hey, thanks, look forward again to the roadmap that for part 2, the summer roadmap, next week. And whoever logs in, you need to relog out. I had to do that. You'll be getting these rewards in the product inventory. And these are amazing rewards. 1 million silver, the 50 Fions, Relic Rapport Selection Chest, Skin, the Moko Pet, the Moko Board, battle items you get times 10, but yeah, that's really great. Like, really, really great rewards, especially these 3 at the bottom here. Super exciting, super nice. This was a fun article to read. Quite a lot of copium and hopium, but what's really important to take away from all of this is this part here. This part, the Smilegate RPG is undergoing internal research and development to discuss relations, because it's not just us that are feeling burnt out. Korean players have been complaining about this for a while, and then we now, as we are catching up to Korea, we are now starting to say the same thing too. So I think they're getting this feedback from Korea, and they're getting this feedback from AGS, and they're realizing, oh god, this is really bad. And then this is the same thing here too. The Argos raid, and then also just generally opening the gates to new players. They've been hearing this from Korean veterans, and they've been starting to hear this from us too, because we are getting people quitting and we're not getting enough people into the game. Very exciting that they are listening to these really major problems in the game. I personally am filled with a bit of hopium. I smoked quite a bit of hopium as I'm reading through this article. I hope that makes things nicer for you guys. And yeah, that is all I have for you. Hopefully I'll be seeing you in a different video or on my Twitch, and bye!